So Luca, we talked about tips in terms of resume, cover letters, and how to be prepared for a phone interview. And after that, the job seeker will get another phone call or email from the recruiter. Hey, you are selected. We want to meet you. Come to our office, and then all the things are sent by email to meet them. So what tips do you have for job seekers in terms of preparing for the actual face-to-face interview? And it should be different from the phone interview?
Yeah, I think the preparation should relatively be the same. I think there's always a few additional things you can do to prepare for an in-person one. An in-person interview is a really great opportunity for you to bring anything that's tangible to actually showcase to the hiring manager. I think a portfolio of work is really important, especially as you start getting into those professional roles. Bring in writing samples, bring in some projects that you've worked on, because sometimes it's a great tip as well. It keeps you on track and it keeps you from rambling during the interview, because you're kind of scanning your mind for like, oh, what am I going to say next? But if you have these pieces of work in front of you, you're actually able to focus in and maybe answer some of the questions a little bit more precisely with some really clear and tangible examples. And then once again, I think just really doing your homework on the department, on the organization, that's going to really showcase to the hiring manager that you really want this job and that you're taking it seriously. So I think those are the two biggest things I have is do your homework and then also bring in some work. I know we really value when people are able to come in with some sort of portfolio.
And what question they should ask at the end? We know that it's important to ask questions. So what 2 or 3 questions do you think is relevant to ask? We know that it will be different for each person, but in general, like what questions do you think job seekers should ask in actual interview?
Yeah, I think asking questions is it's the one time and that you actually get to be put the hiring manager in the hot seat. So really ask about what are the main priorities for the first 6 months to a year? What does success look like? What do they need from you in order to ensure their success? Because everyone's goals are supposed to be aligned throughout the organization. I think it's really important to ask about team dynamics. Ask about where people have gone or where people are coming from. What's the vision? What are the values of the team? The list can really go on. I think it's ask all the things that just are not there in front of you or are not clear. And even if you know something, why not reconfirm it? Because this is your time.
Yeah, I totally agree. Those are great tips. So again, any of you that's watching, like those tips that Luca gave, please like and share this video. Leave your comments below and we'll be more than happy to answer to them. And tune in tomorrow for another question with Luca.